hope all your windows are closed.
One day you're swimming in the pool, and the next day it's all gone.
So I think California ought to get their act together and clean up their forests and manage their forests, because it's disgraceful. What's happening should never happen, but it's costing our country hundreds of billions of dollars because of incompetence in California.
California is on fire, and I've been monitoring some of my friends in Pasadena. You guys know that I do a show with Michael Gavin every once in a while. He lives out there, and he's safe for now, but we'll keep you posted on that. Actor James Wood, very famous actor, James Woods, his house burned to the ground. He's a big Trump supporter, one of the few actors that are Trump supporters. We're going to get into some of the disgusting things that liberals say to him, but welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. This is where the happy patriots are, even if your house burns down. Every one of these burned down houses is a victim of bad California environmental policies in Gavin Newsom. But this has been going on for about 20, 30 years. Their water management in the name of environmentalism is terrible, even for the environment, and Trump makes that case. Here's James Woods as he's watching the fire approach his house.
Standing in my driveway getting ready to evacuate. We've got a lot of planes going over, dropping water, but shit.
So that's when the fire first came over the Palisades. Then here it is. It's coming up on his deck and getting ready to take it over.
You're looking good. Your house is not on fire, but it's... I'm here in case some embers land on it. I hope all your windows are closed.
That's a firefighter talking to James. I just wanted to give you now this interview with James Woods on CNN after his house had just burned down in the fire. And he's just crying, but I wanted to show you how his heart is going out to his neighbor. He has a 94-year-old neighbor is what concerns him. But even if, no matter how rich and famous you are, in California, your house still isn't safe from their policy.
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's like, pretty steep. So, it's just, I posted this on X, but Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. And she came out, I'm sorry, just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh my gosh, James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry,
and have your
I'm
lives.
usually...
Yeah, no, I mean, this is real and it's raw.
I thought
and
I would be stronger than this.
You don't need, you know what? Strength is not measured by whether, you hold in crying or not. Strength is what you are doing now and helping your neighbors and shining a light on the great, amazing work of all those firefighters and emergency crews out there. You have so much strength, and we appreciate you coming on to reflect what so many others just like you are experiencing in that raw emotion right now.
He has great praise for the law enforcement and firefighters that are helping him out in his neighborhood, but California betrayed its citizens and the environment. This is to the environmentalists, not that I care about environments. And I don't think James Woods, I think he's just so shocked. He said, I thought I would be stronger than this. And I've been watching them pull the convalescents out of Pasadena last night, where the fires are also raging. We used to live in Glendale, so that was right next door to us, where our stomping grounds were all through there. We hiked all through those mountains, went up to the waterfalls. It's all on fire right now. So we're praying for California to keep strong. And I'm just furious because I believe this fire was avoidable. The other thing is that not only in James Woods' neighborhood, but many of the neighborhoods throughout the Palisades and Malibu, they all had their fire insurance canceled within weeks. The insurance companies stopped covering fire insurance for these houses because the fires have been ongoing now for years. This is just a peak time that the winds particularly picked up, destroyed whole neighborhoods. It looks like the Maui fire. They're showing whole neighborhoods in Malibu with their houses just completely wiped out. And this is not about liberals versus conservatives or anything like that, but it is about liberal policies being absolutely bad for human beings.
James, and also keep us posted on your 94-year-old neighbor and everything going there. We're going to continue to talk, and we wish you the very best.
He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
They found him. He's in the hospital.
He's okay. Yeah.
I just worry. If anybody knows where Robert Trinkteller is, call me.
Yeah.
Let me know.
His 94-year-old neighbor made it to the hospital, but he doesn't know where he is, and he wants to check in on him. What a great man, what a great neighbor. Now, in response to James Wood's house burning down, here's Karen Piper on Twitter. James Woods' house is burning down. It's karma calling. What kind of disastrous liberal makes that kind of a comment? That's disgusting. She deleted it, of course, but the internet is forever. And here's her bio. It says, just another girl with a PhD. I follow academics in solidarity. These are your elitists, people. These are elite Democrats, academics, they're the bad guys in every situation. And then let's check back in on James Woods since then. Here's the headline from the New York Post. LA Mayor Karen Bass cut fire department funding by $17 million months before wildfires turned city into hellscape. And there's bands off our bodies with a rainbow bodies on it. They're doing the DEI thing, which is another, they're focused on that instead of protecting the fire. But I really wanted to focus on James Woods' tweet there. He says, the most important task ahead is not to be bitter, but he's trying not to be bitter. And I really admire that. And then here's Gavin Newsom doing his photo op at the fire in a neighborhood. It's good that he's looking at what he contributed to. And there you go, Gavin Newsom. If only someone had warned you 6 years ago when you could have done something about it. Here's Trump on the subject.
We're giving billions and billions of dollars for forest fires in California. There's no reason for those fires to be like they are. They're leaving them dirty. It's a disgraceful thing. Old trees are sitting there rotting and dry. And instead of cleaning it up, they don't touch them. They leave them. And we end up with these massive fires that we're paying hundreds of billions of dollars to fix, and the destruction is incredible. So I think California ought to get their act together and clean up their forests and manage their forests, because it's disgraceful. What's happening should never happen. I go all over the country and I meet with governors. The first thing they say is there's no reason for forest fires like that in California. So I say to the governor, or whoever's going to be the governor of California, you better get your act together, because California, we're just not going to continue to pay the kind of money that we're paying because of fires that should never be to the extent. They were telling me in a couple of states, I won't even mention their name, it's like a flash. Some grass will burn. It'll be over in minutes. They'll lose 2 acres, 3 acres at the most. They won't even lose that. And here we are with thousands of acres and billions of dollars every year. It's the same thing every year. And they don't want to clean up their forests because they have environmental problems in cleaning it up. It should be the opposite, because you're going to lose your forest. You'll lose it.
He even warned them, you'll lose your forest. These policies are not good for the environment. Think of the amount of pollution belching into the skies right now by those fires. It would offset every Californian recycling their plastic water bottles for 30 years. Probably even longer, probably even for a lifetime. It's insane. Environmental policies are bad for the environment. How many spotted owls and all their protectionist agencies now, while their homelands or these animals' lands are burning and rare trees are burning, how can it be protected by letting a fire just completely devastate your state? In the end, green people, you can't put them in charge of anything. They're not only bad for people because they put animals and trees above them, but even the animals and trees are destroyed by their efforts. And the other thing is they have this confidence that they can lower the Earth's temperature by 1% or by a certain percentage, but yet they can't put out a simple wildfire. We have no confidence in their environmentalism. Here's Trump to wrap us up.
but it's costing our country hundreds of billions of dollars because of incompetence in California. So the people, I'm speaking now for the people of California, they don't want to see this happen. They're getting destroyed. And it's hurting our budgets, it's hurting our country, and they just better get their act together.
He warned California 6 years ago. They were too busy calling him names and undermining his entire agenda. We just had an election, and everyone put these same California liberals in office again. And this is where no matter how much money you have, you can't protect your home or your family from the fallout of liberal policies. And that's why my family does not live in California. It's the most beautiful state I've ever, obviously I was born there, but I love that state. I think it's an amazing place. But in the hands of liberals, it is ruinous. I'm Doug in Exile.